Hi everybody, this is benevolent robot overlord of Solid Platinum Hit Machine, Greg L. Mercer. This week's episode was recorded a while ago because we wanted to have a backup episode, and we're using it this week because John and Cullen both are traveling and won't be able to record for a little bit. And that also explains why the episode art is so much better than usual. The schedule on our end is going to be confusing and weird, but unless Cullen ruptures his appendix again, we shouldn't miss any episodes, even during the holiday season. Also, I didn't save the pre-show recording for this episode, so I don't have a cold open, so I'm recording this explanation to play before the show instead. Here it is. Have fun and let us know what you think, except we don't care because we're always right and you're always wrong.
Welcome to Bracket, the only show where we take a bunch of shit and face it off against another bunch of shit to see what the best shit really is. I'm your host, Cullen Jennings, and joining me today is John Abbott.
Vroom vroom, baby.
And don't forget about Jesse Knowles.
Vroom vream.
Okay, and Emmy-nominated creator of Dumb and Dumber, Greg L. Mercer.
Hi, I'm Greg L. Mercer, and all I want to do is zoom a zoom zoom in your boom.
Just shake your rump. And we have friend of the show, Janel SantaCruz.
I can't beat the vroom vroom and the shake your rump. Yeah, I'm here.
Friend of the show and now officially producer of Bracket.
That's right, motherfuckers, producing this shit. This shit show is mine now.
Oh, shit.
So if anyone has complaints, just email Janelle personally.
Okay, sorry, no, it's not mine.
Fine, I'll keep dealing with them. All right, we're doing the most famous cars. Right away, we'll get into round one. In Group A, we have the Wienermobile versus Dragula from the Munsters. In Group B, we have Lightning McQueen from Cars versus Christine from, Christine. In Group C, we have the DeLorean from the Back to the Future series versus the Popemobile from The Pope. Group D, we have Herbie the Love Bug versus the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard. In Group E, we have the Batmobile from Batman, all collective, versus Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Wait, what's that from?
Group F, Mutt Cuts Van, a.k.a. the Shaggin' Wagon from Dumb and Dumber versus Kit from Knight Rider. Group G, we have the Magic School Bus from, guess what? The Magic School Bus versus Ecto 1 from the Ghostbusters series. And Group H, we have Mach 5 from Speed Racer versus the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. So, right away, the Wienermobile versus Dragula from the Munsters. Anyone care to take a stab at it?
I don't like hot dogs, so, and I love the Munsters. So...
Rob Zombie made a song about Dragula, but imagine if he made a song about the Wienermobile.
I would slam in the back of my Dragula all day.
But in the back of my Wienermobile.
Can you tell me what the Dragula looks like?
Of like the Oscar Mayer. How does that song go? The My Baloney. How does it go?
It's got a first name. It's B.O.
Yeah.
It's O-S-C-A-R.
All right. That song sucks.
Whoa, low blow. Here's the thing, Janelle. I thought you were cool, and then you said you don't eat hot dogs. I won a hot dog eating competition one time. So as much as I like the Dragula, I think I'm going to go straight in for a Wienermobile vote.
I meant I don't like hot dogs. I love them. That's what I meant.
John is asking what the Dragula looks like. The best thing to imagine would be a goth Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. Basically, just a big coffin on a hot rod.
It is. Yeah, it's the Munster coach is really cool, and it runs on
dead bodies.
It runs on frights and spooks. And
cobwebs.
Yeah, cobwebs.
There was an episode where Grandpa Munster was trying to use some alternate fuel, and then it produced popcorn, so it makes popcorn too, guys.
I don't know if I'm eating popcorn from an engine.
But are you eating hot dogs from an engine?
You're damn right. So, I'm still a Wienermobile vote.
So my approach to this bracket is which one of these would I have the most fun being behind the wheel of? And I was thinking I was going to be Wienermobile vote. I am not a big hot dog guy, but I think it would still be an awesome car to drive. But if you're telling me I can get popcorn out of the Dragula,
Yeah, you can. This is
John,
fact.
it's a giant fucking hot dog. Get with the program, dog.
I feel like it'd be kind of
better than
scary
hot
to drive
dog.
a Wienermobile.
Popcorn's not better than hot dogs.
You're wrong. I'm sorry. I don't need hot dogs when I watch movies.
So we're voting between hot dogs and popcorn?
Correct.
People make models out of the Dragula. I don't think anybody makes like some model Wienermobile. Like you.
Oh, I
it's just
promise you they do.
Yeah. I actually had a small model kit of a Wienermobile.
you did not.
Yes, I did. I have one of those. In fact, it's probably still at my dad's house now. And I had like the little Hot Wheels version of it and the whistle that they give you when you see it.
You better have your dad fucking take a picture of that shit and send it to me because I don't believe you.
I will.
I'm a Wienermobile vote.
You're damn right you are.
John.
I think I'm Dragula.
It's down to me. It's tough because Dragula specifically is the Rob Zombie song that I sing to my dog, but I change all the lyrics to be about how cute my dog is.
You could do that with the Oscar Mayer song, though.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Wienermobile. I'm
Whoa.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Man,
And I
Yeah.
was gonna quit working on the show right
you
now.
guys have broken my heart way too many times, and I keep coming back.
Don't wait. Just wait till we get to Batmobile.
Wienermobile knocks out the Dracula from the Munsters. So, 3-2. We have Lightning McQueen from Cars versus Christine from the film Christine.
So Lightning McQueen, real happy, fun guy. Christine, a murderer.
Real happy, fun car.
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen is a jerk, though, in the beginning. In like half of the movie he's in.
Yeah, but he has redemption. Christine does not.
Well, Christine was wronged, or like, what's the story of Christine?
So Pennywise the clown kills Cujo the dog, and then they both drive a car across the country.
To the Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
And they stay at room 1408.
Yes, go on. And that movie is Old Boy. There you go. Boom.
That's what Christine is from, Old Boy.
Christine was wronged, and she basically possessed and tried to kill everyone that she went that she was after, essentially, or that wronged her, and she was possessed car.
So when I was little, I have a big extended family, a lot of cousins, and they're all older than me for the most part. And
when you were little, so they don't exist anymore. They're all dead.
yes,
Christine killed them. That's what you were gonna say, right?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's the story.
A lot of them when they were turning 16, because when you're young and first start driving, like you totally get into accidents, like that absolutely happens. And like, so I had a lot of older cousins that were getting into very non-serious car accidents, but it scared the hell out of me as a little kid. And we used to tell my parents all the time, like, I'm not gonna drive, I'm just gonna take a taxi everywhere, because I had but a lot of Christine totally factored into that too, because I saw like 20 minutes of it probably as a kid, and I was like, cars are bad.
Cars will fuck you up. Like, yeah, no, I get that.
I'm a Christine vote. I think it's also like hilarious that Stephen King was just like picking things that people have fears of and making movies about them.
Okay, here's the thing. Stephen King
Books, I guess.
Stephen King only directed one movie in his life, and it's called Maximum Overdrive. And it is about a small town where all cars, because of a weird meteor passing overhead, all cars come to life and terrorize people.
He's 100%.
So it's the prequel to Disney and Pixar's Cars?
Exactly. And the thing is, like, at one point the cars start communicating in Morse code by honks, and there's this kid who's like supernaturally capable, and there's the voice of Lisa Simpson is in this movie, and it's the only movie Stephen King ever directed because right afterward he died of a heart attack because he had all the cocaine. So because of that, because Maximum Overdrive is the greatest film ever made, Christine's not in it, but it's close enough. I gotta go Christine.
Wait, I'm confused. Is Stephen King not alive?
No, he's alive. He just did a lot of cocaine while making it.
Yeah, he didn't die. No, he just did a lot of cocaine for a long time.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's still writing books, Greg.
Yeah, he has a Twitter account, John.
Okay.
But he did do a lot of cocaine. We're not discounting that. We don't.
Right.
We just want to
Just be
allude to
aware.
the fact that he did a lot of cocaine.
That movie is the result of Stephen King doing a lot of cocaine.
I
What I was attempting to convey.
I
dragging
actually
this out.
don't dislike the first Cars movie at all. I actually enjoy the movie. I don't know if that's growing up in the South or anything having to do with that, but I actually enjoy that movie a lot. That being said, I also like cars killing people, so I'm into Christine. So vote for Christine.
So the bad guy in Cars is voiced by Michael Keaton, and he, as the bad guy, hates Lightning McQueen. So I'm gonna vote for Christine.
There you
I-
go.
No, I had no idea
What's
that was
that?
Lightning, that was Michael Keaton.
Yep.
Doc, is that
Well-
is that the car's name?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, Christine isn't voiced by Owen Wilson, so. I mean,
How much scarier would it be though if it was?
oh
But only in honk. So I just imagine me like, just,
Honk, honk.
yeah, like him as Hansel, but that noise is a honk. Yeah.
Hey guys, get a load of this. Honk.
Boom, there it is.
Owen Wilson, if you're out there, we love you. Come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show, Owen. So I
Is
think,
that a Christine sweep?
I think that's a Christine.
no,
sweep.
I'm voting Lightning.
Oh, okay. All right. So Christine knocks out Lightning McQueen 4-1. All right. We have the DeLorean from Back to the Future versus the Popemobile from
Okay.
the Pope.
Back to the Future, but it's the Pope instead of Doc Brown.
That would be
boy.
boring.
So wait, Marty McFly's still there.
Yeah.
Does the Pope know English?
Yes.
God, that does sound kind of fun. Shit, get back to me.
What does that have to do with the Popemobile?
The DeLorean looks cooler.
Is
I
the
mean-
DeLorean bulletproof?
Oh, that's a good point.
No, but it runs on garbage for fuel, so
Well-
it doesn't cost that much to pilot.
And it leaves
Or-
badass fire streaks.
In the second one, right? That's when it ran on because he said, "Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
You're right.
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally
Yeah.
right."
And then also it flies. Popemobile don't fly, y'all.
As far as you know, there's no evidence of it.
That's true. That's true. We haven't needed a flying Popemobile yet.
Right.
The Popemobile could
That's
do
why we have
anything.
Pope Force 1.
If God commanded it, the Popemobile could do it.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier, is the Popemobile is most assuredly blessed. Like, there's no getting around that. So in the event of, like, devils, you could run over the devil. But it probably does not extend the Pope's infallibility. Like, the Popemobile itself is fallible. Like, it could
Can you
get in
the
accidents.
Popemobile up to 88 miles per hour?
Then the rapture happens. So that's why it always goes so slow through parades, is because
Oh.
otherwise hellfire rains from above.
Like, I love that we have the Popemobile on here, and if I saw an opportunity to drive the Popemobile, I would totally take it. I would absolutely get.
Drive it. I would want to be where the Pope is.
Yeah,
I
the
wanna-
Pope
Oh.
chamber.
He doesn't.
The
The
Pope-
Pope doesn't drive Popemobile.
That's true. Yeah.
could.
He doesn't drive it. Well, he could,
So
but
would you
he
rather
doesn't.
drive it, or would you rather be?
He
like
just
the
says,
Pope?
"Jesus, take the wheel." That's all it is.
I mean, there's no getting around it. This thing's a fucking time machine. The DeLorean you can fucking there's no beating that.
This
Yeah.
is an easy DeLorean win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Okay.
Jesse?
DeLorean. I agree.
So here's a serious question: can the Popemobile save your parents' marriage?
It depends on how religious they are, I guess.
Was there
It
like a
depends
bullet
on-
in between it? Like, I mean,
Depends on what the current Pope's stance is on divorce.
I'm a DeLorean vote.
Does the DeLorean support gay marriage like the Pope does? That's
I mean, it's
It
the
doesn't
80s,
matter,
so
'cause
it's
he
down
just
to
lost
party
that one.
always.
yeah. DeLorean knocks out the Popemobile 5-0 in a first round sweep. We have Herbie the Love Bug versus the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Another Michael Keaton.
Yeah, another
shout-out there.
opportunity to bring up the wonderful Michael Keaton. He played Lindsay Lohan's dad in the super great Oscar-winning film Herbie Fully Loaded.
Cinematic tour
And,
de force.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and already cast my vote for Herbie, the Love Bug.
He also played Herbie the Love Bug.
Right, he was the car. It was all mocap.
I am actually going General Lee because how fucking cool was it that they got away from the same cop every single day of their lives by jumping over hay bales in a car, plus sliding across
Who
the hood of a
played-
car. It's pretty hype.
Who played the Dukes of Hazzard in the new one? And it was Johnny Knoxville, and was it Owen Wilson or who was it?
It was
Yeah, I think-
Sean William Scott.
No.
wasn't it?
Sean
Oh.
Lee Scott, yeah, because Wilson did Starsky and Hutch with Ben Stiller.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I knew there was a red
Johnny
car
Kno-
in Owen Wilson's
Isn't that
other one.
Dukes of Hazzard movie?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Herbie as well because
Herbie.
German engineering.
Herbie. Nice.
Okay.
It's a Volkswagen, right?
In the newer
Yes.
one, it was not in the original.
It's a Bug. Isn't Volkswagen like the people who make the Bug?
Oh yeah, no. You're talking about you're talking just about like the Beetle itself.
I'm talking about Herbie in general. Yes.
Yeah. It was a bug. Yeah.
I think I'm going to vote Herbie just because on the off chance that I ever get a pug, I could name it Herbie and call him Herbie the Love Pug.
That's pretty good.
Ugh.
That was a very and then John was a very big no.
I'm General Lee because you can't slide across the hood of a Herbie.
You could if you were very small.
Yeah, and
Like,
not really
yeah.
sliding across, but Herbie the Love Bug knocks out General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard 3-2. Up next, we have the Batmobile versus Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Well, it's got to be Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, right?
What?
No,
You're
if
purposely trying to piss me off.
no, I don't think any of us are going to vote for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. This includes like not only the '66 Adam West Batmobile, but the Tim Burton movie Batmobile, the Tumbler, the Batmobile from Batman the Animated Series. Might as well throw in the car from Big O. Like any iteration of the Batmobile.
And while I appreciate all of the other Batmobiles, I'm sorry that the iconic the '66 Batman that's prime Batman. I don't care what anybody says. That's
Honestly,
I love the Tim Burton Batmobile though.
Yeah, the Tim Burton one and the animated series ones are the two I think of the
Yeah.
most. And it's because they
Which
look similar
the animated
too.
series,
so.
yeah, the animated series was inspired by the Tim Burton.
I
Yeah.
totally
same
get that.
theme.
I just think the '66 is so hype.
I'm into it. That's the one with like the dome roof, right?
I
Yeah,
love how
it's
we're
got
just
no
debating Batmobiles at this point. And
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, there's no getting around that it's like the strongest competitor on this list.
But
The
let's
only
talk
thing
about the
Chitty
merits.
Chitty
Let's
Bang
talk about
Bang-
the merits of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Bang Bang can fly.
Yep.
Okay.
There you
It's
go.
got-
We have discussed it.
It has the best name.
It has the
Right.
best. It's got a good song. Its name is the song. That's
In
about
my head,
it.
I can only hear like the Selena song, the bitty bitty bum bum. That's the only thing that I can't remember with the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang song.
Well, then now you're making me want to vote for it because now I'm just thinking of Selena.
What is the story behind that name, anyway?
We're not that old. We don't know. I'm pretty fucking old, but I'm not that old.
I
a
always
good way to just shit on anybody that is older than us that listens to the show.
Shitty bang bang.
Shitty
Bang Bang was
I'll bet we're the first people to ever come up with that.
it was a piece of shit. Like,
I always assumed the name is because that's like the kind of noises it makes when you're trying to get it to like run.
yeah.
So this is a sweep, right?
Yeah, Batmobile.
Batmobile knocks out Chitty Bang Bang 5-0 on a first round sweep. We got the Shaggin' Wagon, aka the Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber versus Kit from Knight Rider.
So, Colin, I'm sorry. Colin fought very, very hard to get the Mutt Cuts van on this list. After a lot of shouting, he got it on. Kit is a robot. Kit's a robot. Kit's a robot. Kit's a robot. So I'm voting Kit. So is everyone else.
Hey,
No,
Cullen. Cullen.
I originally put the Mutt Cuts van on there because I love it. I put it on there, and
Some people have great taste, Janelle.
Okay, then let's see where votes fall.
I think the fact, number one, Dumb and Dumber is one of the funniest fucking movies in history. Number two, Harry saved his entire life savings and spent it on putting a fucking van and turned it into a dog, okay? And he named it the Shaggin' Wagon. And then, it's the greatest fucking van ever.
I don't give a shit about Knight Rider. The only thing that I like about Kit is that it was voiced by Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World.
Exactly.
But I think that the Mutt Cuts mobile should win because I love it. It's fucking cool. And I think that I don't care for David Hasselhoff.
You had to lift the leg of the Shaggin' Wagon.
I was just going to say that.
Thank you. See, and that's a lot funnier than anything, or even better than anything that Knight Rider. Remember the failed Knight Rider show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Jesse?
Easy.
And also, Harry had a matching uniform.
God
so
damn it, he did.
his uniform matched.
He was a dog groomer.
I knew a few people who were big into Knight Rider, but I think I'm going to vote Shaggin' Wagon. Sorry,
John.
Rick.
Wow. I'll tell you. I'll give you this, Greg. If you can do an accurate impression of Kit, then I'll vote for Knight Rider.
Do you want me to call you Michael or John?
Michael, please.
Good morning, Michael.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
I'm Kit. This is what I sound like.
Can you lecture Corey Matthews?
Mr. Matthews, I'll see you after class today.
That is Greg trying to do John's Michael Caine impression that's really good.
That's exactly what it is. I'm trying to be Michael Caine.
You know what? That was good enough. I'll go for Kit.
Thanks.
All right. So the Shaggin' Wagon moves on, knocking out Kit from Knight Rider 3-2. Up next, the Magic School Bus from the Magic School Bus versus the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters.
This is the hardest one on the list.
I don't know how this is hard.
Magic School Bus.
I love the Ecto-1, but the Magic School Bus could go up your nose.
The Ecto-1 held the proton packs, which saved the world.
But the Magic School Bus could go up your nose.
So here's the thing. Everyone always says, like, who would win in a fight if you bring in Miss Frizzle? She's basically a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Miss Frizzle is limited to things that can teach you something. I don't think ghosts are educational, so she couldn't possibly bust ghosts.
And Greg, you just brought up a good point. You said she was a Time Lord. If you remember, Zool was also a time-traveling god.
There you go.
They beat a time-traveling god. Miss Frizzle does not fucking
Yeah, but the
stand a
Ecto-1
chance.
had nothing to do with
The
that.
Ecto-1 brought all their proton packs to the building.
I'm an Ecto-1 vote.
I'm an Ecto-1 vote.
They could have taken a taxi.
They could have.
Wow. I'm with you, Jesse. I'm Magic School Bus.
I cannot believe you guys right now.
Magic School Bus could go into space. It could go into a human body. It could go to the dinosaurs.
I am so torn because as an educator, I support the Magic School Bus, but I love the Ecto-1. And I love Ecto Coolers, and I love everything about Ghostbusters.
As an educator, it's a Magic School Bus, but as a comedian, like, Ghostbusters is holy canon.
My dualities are facing
I think
here.
you're forgetting all of the amazing jokes that Carlos in the Magic School Bus made every episode.
I think you're missing the point.
That's the
Ray
opposite
pulled up
of
with-
comedy.
Yeah,
Okay,
remember
here's
when Ray pulled up with that beat up ass hearse? And
Oh.
everybody's like, "What are you doing with this?" And he was like, "This is the car."
Do you remember the Magic School Bus books and how they were there was way too information, way too much text on
Yeah,
those.
exactly, Janelle.
And
no,
I didn't like that, so I'm gonna go with Ecto-1 based on that because it was overwhelming to read.
There we
Magic
go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters knocks out the Magic School Bus 3-2.
Wrong.
We have the Mach 5 from Speed Racer versus the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo.
God damn it.
I hate Speed Racer. I really don't care about this car.
Oh, man, I'm so into Speed Racer.
And it sounds like a razor to me. So
It is.
and I love Scooby-Doo, and I love solving mysteries. So I'm gonna go with Mystery Machine already.
So,
I
the
love-
Mystery Machine is like a notoriously shitty van. Like, it's constantly breaking down.
It's the 70s.
Well, the Mach 5 was in the 70s as well, and it had fucking, like, there was a
But-
jump button,
but
there was like
they're
an oil
teenagers.
slick button.
Yeah, but it was also a racing car.
Yeah.
Like it was set up specifically in maintenance, not maintenance by fucking four
Bunch of
kids
fucking
and a
teens and a
dog.
dog.
Yeah, man, there was a period when I can't remember how old I was, but I remember the theme park that I used to go to. They were really big into Hanna-Barbera, and they owned the rights. So they had this one summer that was nothing but Scooby-Doo shit. And you could take your picture with the Mystery Machine, and there was like 10 of them on the park, and it was so fucking cool. And I got really hype on it, and I really loved the Mystery Machine. Growing up, I wanted to get a like shitty VW van and then just remake it. But
You can't fit a Great Dane in the Mach 5. You can't.
we'll put Chim Chim in there though.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that anytime you drive the Mach 5, there's like a 50-50 chance that you got a hilarious, like, mischievous little shit kid and a monkey who both love candy in your trunk.
Here's the thing. I grew up with Scooby-Doo and inexplicably loved it. That's inherently tied to my childhood. That being said, I am a hard Mach 5 vote.
Yeah.
The biggest reason being, I am one of those people who really, really, really love the Wachowski Speed Racer movie.
Yeah.
That movie's incredible to me. Yeah.
John, I think it's down to you.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't vote.
Oh, I just assumed.
I didn't vote. I was just leaving it open right now. Go ahead, John.
Oh God, this is a weird one for me because I decided pretty early on as a kid that I thought Scooby-Doo was kind of dumb because every episode was the same thing happening over and over again.
But what about?
And same thing for Speed Racer. Like there are two shows that there's a lot of nostalgia, but they're like inherently kind of really shitty.
Okay, but John, which one would you rather drive? Which is something you kept going back to. The one that's a van that notoriously breaks down all the fucking time, or a cool fucking race car that can jump over bridges and shit.
Right.
John,
well.
Why would I want to jump over bridges, though? I don't want to fucking die, so no, I'm not driving a
but you're a speed
race
racer.
car.
You know what's
Driving
up.
a mystery machine.
So the thing is, yes, if you're just looking at these as just cars, then the Mach 5 does kind of win. But I think you have to keep in mind that the Mystery Machine, the context of that is that you're driving, you're basically living out of that van with your friends.
With your best friends and a dog.
It fucking smells, and you know it.
But think if we had a bracket
Yeah.
mobile, it would be like the Mystery Machine.
You know what, John?
But it wouldn't smell
over
like
there.
weed all the time.
Dare knock out the Mach 5 this early.
Don't
you dare.
No, John pulled me over that way.
Don't you dare.
I don't care either way, to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, a particularly important one to me. I think personally, I might have to be Mystery Machine. I think if someone pulled up into a parking lot and was like, "Hey, get in," with either of these, the Mach 5, I'd be like, "Man, this dick has some stupid souped-up sports car."
But if someone pulled up in a neon van that says Mystery Machine on the
I
side,
would be
I'm
so
into
into
this.
hyped on it.
If
I've
you're
seen a
telling me
couple
that
of,
I can get into a van with some people and go solve mysteries,
Right.
I'm way more into that than competing in a race with a monkey.
Yeah, okay. I'm a Mystery Machine vote. The Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo knocks out Mach 5 from Speed Racer.
I'm leaving.
3-2.
I'm leaving.
All right, we're into the second round now. We have the Wienermobile versus Christine. The DeLorean from Back to the Future versus Herbie the Love Bug. Batmobile versus the Shaggin' Wagon from Dumb and Dumber. Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters versus the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. So right off, Wienermobile versus Christine.
I'm a Wienermobile vote.
Do you think the Wienermobile would win a fight?
Against Christine? I don't...
Wienermobile's definitely got the defense. It's basically
bigger,
like an armored
yeah.
vehicle, yeah.
That wiener's bigger. Got him. Got him.
I mean, it's a big drivable dick.
Yeah. With buns. The old dick and buns just driving down a highway.
I mean, we're all acting like fucking first graders right now, but it is called the Wienermobile.
Yeah, it's not like it was like the hot dog machine.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
they're
it's
not-
called the Wienermobile. Like
They're in on the joke.
yeah, they get it. They see a big dick driving down the road. We get it. Like that shit's funny, and you get a cool little whistle. I mean, whatever. That I just realized was a dick that every
you've been blowing
kid
dick.
gets to put in their mouth. That's great. That's fucking terrible.
I can't deal with this podcast right now.
I'm a Wienermobile vote as well. Sorry, Christine.
Can I take back my vote?
Jesse, where's your vote?
It sounds like you want to vote Wienermobile, Greg.
He's
I
like,
don't know if
ooh.
I do. I mean, I on some level, but
Quit bullshitting.
Jesse, where's your vote?
Everyone thinking hard about Wienermobile versus Christine. Yo.
Here's what I think. If I can guess to what's going on here, I don't think any of us actually care about Christine. Like nobody, it's not fun to think about a car that kills people. It's fun to think about the
versus
Wienermobile.
the fucking dick joke. That's what it is.
Yeah,
and I will say, okay, I don't actually hate hot dogs. I said it earlier because I wanted the Dracula to win. I didn't get what I wanted earlier, but I'm gonna say, and I don't care from the soul vote for this, Christine, because I respect the story behind it. I don't respect the Wienermobile.
That's a good point.
I think I'm a Wienermobile vote because when it comes right down to it,
Everyone is trying to spite me. That's what it comes down to.
when it comes right down to it, you smell.
Everyone
Whoa!
wants me to quit. That's what it is.
Janelle came straight out with the first comment of the entire show was, I don't like hot dogs. And I was already... So don't come at me, okay?
I'm basically trying to find reasons to not vote for the Wienermobile, so I'm just gonna vote for
Which
the Wienermobile.
one do you respect?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't respect either of them.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
watch Maximum Overdrive and tell me you can respect Christine sometime.
Yeah, it's the Wienermobile, guys. That shit's great.
John, Jesse?
Wienermobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wienermobile.
All right.
All right, the Wienermobile moves on 4-1, knocking out
This is
Christine.
ridiculous. This is
Yeah, ridiculous. You said dick. DeLorean from Back to the Future versus Herbie the Love Bug.
Like a penis. I get it.
Like what?
DeLorean.
Yeah, this is a DeLorean for me.
Yeah. Lindsay, I miss you. I love you. Come back to us, but it's DeLorean.
You can get in a time machine and go back to Mean Girls era. Yeah.
Oh God, you're right.
That's true. But Herbie, fun fact, Herbie Fully Loaded was written by Tom Lennon and Ben Garant from Reno 911.
Oh, wow.
And it was still bad, but
People make bad movies.
There's a reason why people don't know that. The DeLorean is the best, so or at least for these two. So I'm gonna go with DeLorean.
That's a sweet.
Plays Doc Brown.
All right, the DeLorean sweeps out Herbie the Love Bug, 5-0. Up next, Batmobile versus the Shaggin' Wagon.
Oh, I want to hear Colin's opinion first.
What do you need? You don't need my opinion first. It's going to be a Shaggin' Wagon.
In a way, these do share some similarities. One is like a dog after Harry's passion. The other is a bat after Batman's passion.
I'm not sure how in this new sequel they get the Shaggin' Wagon back, but at one point, Harry did trade, number one, his life savings turning his van into a dog. Then he traded it away for that bomb-ass little moped that they drove to Aspen, Colorado in.
I can't tell if Colin's seen Dumb and Dumber before.
I don't want to get on. I could probably...
Both of these vehicles are products of two dudes who have way too much time and money.
Yeah.
Well, Harry didn't. He only had that money, and that was it.
Yeah,
Right.
but he had enough to devote his hobby into making his car look like it.
His life. That's his job.
But Bruce Wayne made the Batmobile and picked being Batman based off of his fear. And was Harry afraid of dogs?
Harry, he was a dog groomer, so he
didn't
made
trump his fear like Batman did.
Maybe originally he was afraid of dogs, but he's conquered it by the time the movie opens.
Well, what if he made that vehicle look like a dog because that was his joy? It's like they're opposites in a way.
Where are our votes?
I get that everyone's going to vote for Batmobile, but
that's not necessarily true.
I'm a Shaggin' Wagon vote, easy.
I'm not that big into the Batmobile. I think I'm a Shaggin' Wagon vote too.
Oh, please.
John?
I'm a Batmobile vote.
Janelle?
With both of those, when they're driving down the road, you know what's up. You know exactly who it is. I do love how definitive they are. And I love Batman. And
the Batmobile's bad for the environment. Has a jet engine on it, guys.
which one's softer? The Mutt Cuts van is softer.
That's very
I know
true.
it's a very plush van. This is hard.
Don't let me down. Seth.
Tim Burton. Michael Keaton
Michael
drove
Keaton.
one
but
of
it's
these.
Michael Keaton. Yeah, I can't. But
Janelle, no.
okay, all right. I'm gonna
Something
go
is
with.
pulling her away from Michael Keaton that much, then you know it's to be true.
I'm gonna go with the Batmobile. It's in my heart. The Batmobile is in my heart. I can't.
It's
I
okay.
can't
It's
deny.
not.
So no, I understand. If you
The
just
person
obey
who
Michael
put it
Keaton-
on the list just shut it down.
Technically, Greg has not voted yet.
Greg is going to easy vote for Batmobile.
There is no way I am letting anything the Farley brothers touch get into the semifinals of a bracket.
Oh, Greg's Greg's too cool of a writer for that shit, guys.
I'm too cool of a writer for that
Hatred.
shit, guys.
Batmobile knocked
I just
out.
found out Greg is a monster.
See?
Greg is a monster.
But this is your fault, Janelle.
A monster with standards.
Fault, Janelle. The Batmobile knocks out the Shaggin' Wagon 3-2. All right, Ecto 1 versus the Mystery Machine.
Yeah, it's Ecto 1.
It's
gotta
Ecto
be.
1. So the Mystery Machine, and I mean, these are both like
Who would you
ghouly
rather
busting
hang out with?
vehicles. Oh,
The
that's-
Ghostbusters or the
Scooby
Scooby-Doo gang? Yeah.
Ghostbusters, no question.
We get Bill Murray in one.
Yeah, I mean that's.
And
the
then
other
you get
one
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Don't say that because Velma,
Okay.
and then you got me thinking about Velma.
Yep.
Linda
Yep.
Cardellini. Yeah. That's,
Oh man, this is
Janine wasn't hot? Don't even.
yeah. You got well. She never like rode in the Ecto 1 though.
she
Yeah,
could,
but
though.
she was there. She could have. Yeah.
It's a company car. She could drive it if she wanted to.
Boom. Boom.
I think it's very easy to vote for the Ecto-1 because Ghostbusters is an amazing movie. It's an amazing
You don't
movie.
even like Scooby-Doo.
You're right, but
You do.
there's something... You're right, I don't like... I mean, I think Scooby-Doo is a great idea. I just think they fuck it up all the time. I think Zombie Island, that direct-to-TV movie of Scooby-Doo is amazing. It's
Yeah, it was so good.
That movie's perfect.
And like the concept of Scooby-Doo is great. Like the idea of teenagers driving around in a van solving mysteries is amazing. I think there's something about that idea, and the Mystery Machine is that idea.
I do love this. I do love how they're both solving cases for people.
Yeah, and I think
I get the Mystery Machine appeal there, but once again, the Ecto-1 carried 4 nuclear reactors in it.
To me, the Ecto-1 and like being a Ghostbuster, that's fun and everything, but the Ecto-1 is not a very integral part in being a Ghostbuster. Like, the Mystery Machine to me encompasses a lot more conceptually about like
only because it's got to shuttle around all these goddamn teenagers.
John, I'm totally calling bullshit because it shows up in the first 5 minutes of anything and then it's gone for the rest of the show.
But you're not wrong. But
also,
the context of that is that they've been driving around on this van for who knows how long, days, and we just haven't seen that on screen. But like the Ecto-1 is clearly, like you said, it's a company car. They use it to get from point A to point B. The Mystery Machine, they're sleeping in there.
But that's the whole point of the Ghostbusters, is that it's this blue collar type of thing. Like it's supposed to be just a work-a-day type thing, and the car is the best summation of that.
Yes, and you're right, and I agree, and I prefer the Mystery Machine's ideals, concepts. I don't know. I prefer what that is about more than
when I was growing
work-a-day ghost busting.
When I was growing up, I was absolutely obsessed with the Ghostbusters, and there's a specific scene in the movie where they're driving across the bridge, and it's Winston and Ray in the car, and they're talking about how the dead will walk the earth, yada yada, and getting all talk about that. And that's when Winston starts to believe that all this shit is real. And because before that he was just a worker. He's just kind of going along and doing whatever they say. That scene, they pull back and you can see the Ecto-1 driving across the bridge. That scene for me as a kid, I hated that scene because it was a weird, serious moment for that movie. It was really, really, really serious. Really dark. And then growing up, I absolutely idolized that entire monologue, and that entire scene is really cool to me. I'm an Ecto-1 vote.
And that's great, but how much does that have to do with the car?
I think it was just that moment that they were in the car, that they were just by themselves, and that because of that, like they were, all of that was a realization thing for that moment in that car. That car driving across the bridge was iconic for me.
I'm gonna put a cap on this real quick. I'm an Ecto-1. Colin's an Ecto-1. Janelle, Ecto-1.
Yep.
Awesome. Jesse, what's your vote?
At the end of the day, I'd rather bust ghosts than mysteries, so I'm an Ecto-1 vote.
All right. All right. I'll cancel my plans to buy a van for us to drive around in, guys.
Just buy a hearse.
Yeah. Ecto-1 knocks out the Mystery Machine 4-1. We're into the semifinals now, where we have the Wienermobile versus the DeLorean, and the Batmobile versus the Ecto-1. So I'm going to be a Wienermobile versus DeLorean. Yeah. Sorry. I have no clue. I'm a DeLorean vote on that.
Yeah.
As much as I love a big old wiener driving down the road.
I mean, 2 words, time machine, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fucking Wienermobile has made it this far.
I did. It was up against Dragula and Christine.
God damn it.
Well, now's your chance, Janelle.
All right.
Bury it.
Bury that wiener. Good job, Colin.
Oh, damn. You said it. I wasn't even thinking of it.
The good news is now we'll get to flush that wiener down the toilet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no.
I'm a DeLorean vote.
This Wienermobile has gone far enough. I'm over it. It needs to leave now, so the DeLorean
Jesse.
is the winner. Come on. Jesse! Don't let me down.
Dick jokes.
Boy, you got it.
Are you going to vote for the DeLorean?
I nailed it. DeLorean.
All right.
Sweet.
The DeLorean sweeps its way into the finals 5-0, knocking out the Wienermobile. We have Batmobile versus the Ecto-1.
Batmobile lost the wheel.
It's
Oh,
True.
shit!
Remember that time the Joker got away? Robin went through a very interesting
The
reproductive
Ecto-1, even in an earthquake on its ground, it didn't even lose the
Joker
wheel.
ain't getting away from the Ecto-1.
That's
No,
true.
That's true. The toy of the Ecto-1 had a chair on the top that had lasers that you could shoot.
Well, you know why the Joker isn't getting away from the Ecto-1 is because they ain't afraid of no jokes.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I want that as a ringtone. I want to set that as a text message every time. Whew. I know I'm going to be an odd man out here, but I'm an Ecto 1 vote.
I am as well.
Oh, I did not expect any Ecto 1 votes other than mine, so.
Well,
There's a moment when we were at PAX this year.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Wow, we were really drunk too.
Yeah, we were.
Because it was one of those moments where I wasn't sure if what we were seeing was real or not.
Yeah.
But the motherfucking Ecto 1 drove right by us.
And so that was a big moment.
The only verification we have that we saw it is that we all saw it.
We took a picture.
otherwise-
I have a picture of it on my
Oh,
phone.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'll post that up with this episode.
Because I was like, I can't believe I'm seeing. Like, I was like, we've had too much to drink. I gotta take a picture.
To be fair, we did have too much to drink.
Yeah, we were pretty toasty. So me and Colin have voted. Where's everyone else?
I'm not even mad if Batmobile knocks this out. Like, to be honest, because
I too love the Ecto 1, and they do have and I've gone to Universal Studios and they have the original Ecto 1 there, and also while shooting Key and Peele, it was on the lot and it was parked on the side there, and it was really fucking cool to see, and seeing that car in person it changed my life, guys.
Right, but I think seeing most of these cars in person would be pretty cool.
No, because I guess that's true.
And when was Batman Forever? Like 96, 97?
Let's not talk about those because.
No. I actually got to see that Batmobile.
Oh, okay.
It was doing a country tour before the movie came out, and it was in Richmond, Virginia, and I got to see it. And now they were like, "Don't get too close to it." And then it turns out like it was cool. They would start it up, but you wouldn't see anybody in it, and it was like I was like expecting it to slide open, and look all cool.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that it was a sham. It was just it was remote start, and there wasn't like it had wheels and stuff, but it wasn't an actual drivable car.
Those Hollywood motherfuckers.
And I was devastated. But they did give us, once again, like the Wienermobile, they gave us a Batmobile toy, and I was like, this is pretty cool. It was, but I mean, it didn't save face for me. It was kind of a bummer. But then I ended up loving Batman Forever, so I don't want to talk about it. I got problems.
You know what? Batmobile.
John.
Oh boy, I don't. Can Jesse go first? I really don't.
Yeah, sure. Ecto 1.
Whoa!
Wow.
I did not see that happening.
So Ecto 1 wins? I guess I'll throw a vote towards Batmobile. Honestly, I kind of think I was going to go Ecto 1, but I felt shitty about doing it after I talked up Mystery Machine in the last round.
Oh man, I did not see this happening.
But again, the thing is, I know with Ecto 1, I get to drive it with friends. Batmobile, I get to talk to Alfred on the phone. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ecto 1 knocks out the Batmobile.
But it's Michael
You did too.
Caine.
All right, guys, we have the bronze match here. The Wienermobile from Oscar Mayer versus the Batmobile.
You ever throw a hot dog in the toilet?
Nope, but
I bet a hot dog is tough to flush.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Man, that's
So if you're listening out there, folks, pause the podcast, go out and flush a hot dog, and send in your videos to bracketpodcast@gmail.com.
We'll send you a shirt. Why not?
Yeah. Well, we may not, depending on how heavy this is. Yeah, we'll send you. We'll pick the best wiener flushing and, for a free T-shirt. How about that?
Whoever flushes the best wiener or makes the best video.
Holy shit!
We're gonna get some weird emails.
I hope so. I'd like to get some.
This is a Batman sweep, right?
Sure.
I think just for standards issue.
We already talked about Wienermobile in the toilet. It's got to be a Batman sweep.
All right. The Batmobile sweeps out the Wienermobile 5-0, making the Wienermobile dirty
I
toilet.
just want to remind everyone that I am not the person to send the flushing wieners to.
Me.
Even though I'm producing now.
Bracketpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your wieners.
Wait. Now, wait a minute.
Shit, here we go.
And I'm definitely not in that group.
No, wait a minute.
Lord.
Nope, it's been done. So we have a finals here, guys. We have the DeLorean from Back to the Future versus the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters.
I mean, I feel bad because we said it every round, and it's swept every round so far, but it is a fucking time machine.
Well, and the other thing is, Like, and I'll be honest, and it's solely because of Back to the Future, but when you see a DeLorean, the actual car, like not one trying to look like the one from the movie, but just the car,
like the DeLorean, right?
I think they still look cool. I think
they
they look
look baller.
awesome. Like
So,
the idea of driving every day life in a regular old DeLorean still totally appeals to me.
So, cool little fact about the DeLorean. John DeLorean was the guy's name that made it. And I always thought that was such a bullshit name. But no, it is. It's just John DeLorean. And they're stainless steel.
Yeah.
And so that was a big problem because they were heavy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of one of the reasons they went out of business. And it's kind of a bummer because it was a really, really cool car. And
What kind of car is the Ecto 1?
it's a hearse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Right,
That's,
and it makes sense. I mean, ghosts.
Yeah, it's a hearse. Yeah.
but
Damn.
once again, the Ecto 1 still has to run on fuel, and the DeLorean can just be garbage.
Now, okay, here's something I've always kind of wondered. Once you hit 88 miles per hour, you'll see some serious shit.
Yes.
But can you go faster than 88 miles per hour?
I think the speedometer was only 80, right? Or no. It had to say 88. So, I mean, yeah, I guess.
But, is it a thing where,
He set the machine, so I think
You didn't have to do it after later on. You didn't have to, remember? You didn't have to get it up to 88, I think.
That's true.
Because he said, you don't need roads anymore.
And then the other thing with that, he set the machine so when he hit 88, it would go through. So I think if you didn't set the machine, you'd still be fine. So if you needed it that way, it's fine.
So going down the bulleted list here, badass car, iconic design, literal time machine.
It can fly.
Yeah.
I'm a DeLorean vote on
I'm
this.
a DeLorean vote.
It gets back
gotta
to
go
time.
with DeLorean.
John, Jesse, do you want to make this a full-blown sweep?
It's DeLorean for me.
Jesse?
DeLorean.
Wow, it swept every round.
Man, yeah. The DeLorean has swept everything with a 5-0 victory over the Ecto 1. That puts it in first place over second place Ecto 1. Third place is the Batmobile. And last place is the Wienermobile and Dirty Toilet Water.
Those are some famous-ass cars right there.
These cars are so famous. They're so famous, guys.
Honestly,
These cars are more famous than we'll ever be.
That's what you think.
These cars have agents.
That's true.
We're going to take a look at the poll results from last week.
Hey everybody, it's Greg again. Just going to insert the most current poll here. Last week we had Best Street Fighter, and this is fucked up. We got a 3-way tie between Chun-Li, Zangief, and Ken, who all have 17% of the vote. Blanca, Sakura, Dan Hibiki, Crimson Viper, Vega, Jury all making a showing. No one voting for E Honda, Cullen, just letting you know. And no votes for Ryu, which is pretty fucked up of you guys. What's the deal? All right, back to the show.
Yeah, I wanted to thank our guest tonight, Janel SantaCruz.
Yeah.
At this point, she's barely a guest. I mean...
Yeah, friend of the show.
Yeah,
or producer.
Yeah, you're under the employ of Solid Platinum Hit Machine.
Yeah. So, do you got anything to plug this week then, Janelle?
Let's see. Well, I don't know. I mean, I have stand-up shows, but depending on when this goes up, it's probably best just to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and so you can see where they are. And that would be at Janel SantaCruz on both of those. So, go over there.
And don't forget about Michael Keaton Monday, everybody.
And Michael Keaton Monday. It's thriving. We almost have 1,000 posts.
Ooh.
Check out Michael's Syrup Monday.
Oh, no. Just, you had to remind everyone that I hated you by saying Michael.
Listen, I've already paid the price. I said Michael Syrup Monday, and a piece of my tooth came off.
Whoa.
God.
You should probably see a dentist, Jesse.
All right, guys. Well, you can find us at bracketpodcast.com, and as always at twitter.com/bracketcast, at facebook.com/bracketcast, and our Tumblr page, bracketpodcast.tumblr.com. If you like, you can subscribe to us on whatever iTunes client or podcast client you use. Just search for Bracket. And before we go this week, we're going to take a look back.
I don't want anyone named Dan to win.
Played Blanca just because he was an electric green demon with awesome wicked ass.
He's not a demon.
He's
from Brazil, isn't he?
Ryu alone birthed this genre.
Yeah, but you could also like replace his character model with a cardboard box, and it would be the same thing.
Like John, for the longest time, I was really, really bad at fighting games.
Oh, thanks.
They had a really epic fight where she comes out of the shower and then has to like kick his butt. But Chun-Li is my favorite, so I will go with him.
Well, and we've all been there where we have to kick someone's ass as soon as we're out of the shower.
It's Blanca, man. I paint that man blue and he's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Come on. What has E Honda done for humanity?
1,000 hands. Throw 1,000 hands at everything. He can get stuff done faster.
Did you guys see him in Street Fighter the movie? Because, oh my god.
No.
He was awesome as hell. Yeah, I know.
He had the biggest forehead.
Ryu is not just the protagonist of Street Fighter. He's basically the protagonist of fighting games in general.
My first experience with fighting games was, I'm so afraid of confrontation, I'm going to spend the whole time blocking and jumping, hoping somehow I will come out alive. I didn't.
Dan Hibiki's the best way to hustle somebody. Like, you go up and say, oh, well, I've never played Street Fighter. What about this guy? I'll try him out. And then you go up and you whoop their ass and you make $250.
Guile was based off of a JoJo character who also has a stupid haircut. That's why he has a stupid haircut.
I want to be Zangief when I grow up. I want to fight bears. I want to wrestle. I want to, like, take people and pick them up and throw them on the ground.
Mickey Mouse was like the mascot character, but everyone likes Donald Duck better because that's where all the good stuff is. And Chun-Li is the Donald Duck.
It is interesting that they've kind of like taken these two characters who studied under the same master, and one's like, I really like fighting, and that's all I care about, and the other one's like, I think I'll have a family.
Guile, military man, he was so dumb. Oh my god. Jean-Claude Van Damme! He was Jean-Claude Van Damme!
The most pure thing you can do is a Ryu versus Ryu match. Like, that is chess of fighting.
Actually, it's pronounced Ryu, first of all.
Wow, this guy.
This was a pretty good final. We have Ryu versus Chun-Li.
She has this thing where she can, like, do somersaults in the air while on fire.
I'm yawning already.
So Chun-Li wins.
She's doing it for her kid. Don't question.
She's a viper
Battle
that's crimson. How cool is that?
She's doing it for her kid? Okay, that's one kid. Do you know how many kids
Well,
Sim has and a village to protect? Thanks, Kevin, for that one, and we'll see you guys next week. We're gonna eat some Kit Kat bars, and
or maybe we'll be doing something else, depending on when this.
who knows, guys?
We'll be like, I don't know, we'll be like at a
2015.
Chipotle.
Eating boogers, because boogers are always there.
Boogers and food too, guys.
How about we all just get some
I'm not
Oscar
gonna
Mayer
eat
wieners?
boogers.
Oh
No.
we flush those down the
Flush
toilet.
them down the toilet, yeah. Put your wieners in the toilet.
Oh God. Doing a professional radio show on the internet.